In the world of filmmaking and making videos, there's a couple of golden rules that typically we follow to give our audience the best viewing experience. Like the composition rule, the one that we mostly know is a rule of thirds, the 180-degree rule for whenever you have two characters speaking in a scene, and the one that I'm going to be showing you today, the shutter speed rule. That basically states that to have adequate motion blur, you should set the shutter speed double of your frame rate. So for example, if you're shooting at 24 frames per second, you should set the shutter speed at 1/48th of a second. So if you're new to filmmaking and you don't know exactly how that looks, let me show you a quick example so you can see what that means. Here you can see how the fountain looks when you're using double the shutter speed. So in this case, I'm shooting at 24 frames per second and the shutter speed is at 1/50th of a second. And this other example, I'm not following the rule at all, and I just increase the shutter speed to 1/1000th of a second, and you can see how different it looks between the two. One looks normal and the other one looks kind of jittery and choppy. Nothing wrong with that, it's just a look that you want to get in your videos, but that's how it works. So I try to follow this rule most of the time for when I'm shooting with my other cameras, like the Sony, Canon, Nikon. However, when it comes to my DJI drones, like the DJI Mavic Air, or any other drone for that matter that allows me to change the shutter speed, I typically stop following the rule, and personally, I just don't care that much. And here's a couple of reasons why I do that. Me personally, I just don't see that much of a difference in terms of motion blur on the drone footage for when I'm flying 100 feet up in the air, just shooting some landscape or just going from point A to point B. And not to mention, when I'm flying even higher at 400 feet, I even see less of a difference in terms of motion blur, to be honest. I'm gonna be putting some sample footage so you can follow along to what I'm saying. Reason number 2, and this one is for run and gun situations, for when I want to get my drone up in the air and fly as soon as possible, it's always a hassle for me to have to remember to bring the ND filters. And I used to get so stressed out when I didn't bring them because I thought that I couldn't fly if I wasn't following the shutter speed rule. So now what I do, I just adjust the shutter speed in a matter of seconds to get the correct exposure. And I don't worry about bringing the ND filters anymore. Reason number 3, and this one depends on the quality of ND filters that you're gonna get, you might either see a decrease in image quality and sharpness, or you might even see some vignette or change in the colors, depending on the glass that you put in front of the camera. And to me, sometimes that's not even worth it to have to correct that in the editing process. So I just rather shoot with nothing but the camera, with no other glass or ND filters in front of it. This of course doesn't apply if you're doing long exposure photography. In those cases you must have an ND filters, but for taking videos, that's just what I do. Alright, so in conclusion, this video is just for you so you know what I personally do when I shoot video with my DJI Mavic Air or any other drone. I just don't stress myself too much nowadays following the shutter speed rule, unless I know that it's going to make an impact on the final outcome of the video. I just rather shoot something that is happening very fast than to be technically correct with my camera settings. I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments below, if you think this is a correct approach or not, or if you do something similar. Please comment down below and let me know. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Click the like button if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe for more camera filmmaking and drone videos. See you in the next one.